terrorism outside northern Nigeria, northern part of Nigeria, and they are the Fulanis. Many of them who came from outside Nigeria, speaking French, massacring innocent people in southern Nigeria, kidnapping them for ransom as well. Those who couldn't pay being slaughtered, and none of these assailants, none of these terrorists have ever been brought to book. This further put more wedge into the wheel, the already rusty wheel of Nigeria's relationship that they forced together. One ethnic nationality, Fulani in Nigeria, on record. And sadly, the people in government of Nigeria sided with the terrorists. They said they are not terrorists, they are herdsmen. That further divided everyone and began to take a position. Now, election is coming. It is now easier to display your own bigotry. But the point here is this. What do you think? I mean, we know that the Fulani terrorists, they have made it clear that what they want to stop the terrorism is for us to give them our lands. Okay? The government of Nigeria, led by a Fulani Buhari, and every one of them in his government have been working tirelessly for the past 7 years to legalize illegal takeover of people's lands in order to resettle the murderous Fulani terrorists in this part of Nigeria. In the process, they are making laws to cede so many parts of the southern Nigeria to rehabilitate or reaccommodate or resettle these terrorists. And they are making laws to jail anyone that opposes that. Now, how does that bring unity? Now, we are clear with what they are looking for. The other set of terrorists in Nigeria are the Hausa, Kanuri, and the mixture of other terrorists that are called Boko Haram terrorists. Those ones are not wholly Fulani. They have Kanuris, they have Hausas, they have other tribes there. And the imported terrorists as well. Those ones said what they wanted is what? They wanted an Islamized Nigeria because book is around. Now we know their demand. The Fulani terrorists have crossed the border, crossed the land. The Biafrans, on the other hand, they have never crossed any land, killed anyone, and then claim ownership of the place. Never. Now, put it this way. That is where we have found ourselves. Yeah? It is where we have found ourselves. So if you really want to be honest and straightforward with yourselves, right? Ask yourselves, what do you have to lose as a Yoruba man, right? If Eastern Nigeria is not part of Nigeria anymore, what do you think you're going to lose? Because I'm going to ask you, what do you think you are gaining right now? That the Biafrans, the Igbos, they are still part of Nigeria, completely underdeveloped, and then state organized, sort of a clamp down that intentionally their economy will remain as it is, as much as they are doing their best to build everything, right? Tell me, what do you think is the gain of the Igbos? I mean, what do you think is your gain as a non-Igbo? Whether you are Hausa, you are Fulani, I mean, you are just non-Igbo, including all of you who are from Niger Delta, who are also non-Igbos, and you probably have been battling with that all the time, right? Now, let's look at it this way. What do you think it is the benefit? You are benefiting as a Nigerian that the Igbos are still part of you? I'm going to answer that because you probably will know it. There is a benefit. And what? Igbo's trade is good for Nigeria. Igbo's leadership is not good for Nigeria. Now, can you now make that to make sense to me? What do you think? You, as a person, individual, you are going to lose if Eastern Nigeria no longer have to come down Western Nigeria for all trade. Now, look at it this way. This is where you are missing. Oh. If to say the people who want you to continue to live the lie of one Nigeria when it's convenient for you, if they really love you, right? There are many, many of our I was looking online. Let me start with that. I was looking something up online, and they said that you see that Lagos seaport, Lagos seaport. If they open it up properly and it is well managed, right? It's a $10 trillion economy on its own. That port, seaport, 10 trillion annual economy on its own. Then they said if they now allow the entire the entire seashore, they are cut straight to the Creek of Niger Delta to develop their own different seaport as well. You know what will happen? They will create nothing less than 50 straight million jobs across board. I'll give you an example of those. Number one, you see many people who ended up abroad, ended up in Libya, ended up in Dubai, Northern Cyprus, all of you selling your properties, leaving Nigeria to somewhere else, you won't have to. You know why? Because you see, you are the indigenous people of these areas. Now, if you have seaports that international ships are actually batching right there in your own shore, and right there as they are living, whatever they are bringing down, whether you are into farming, like in the old days, not leave crude oil for now, like in the old days when Eastern Nigeria made Nigeria the highest exporter of palm oil. And you know what palm oil can do? A lot of things. Now, I won't go into that, but imagine that you have a lot of us developing technology, ideas to increase production of palm oil. Palm kernels or palm fronds and another, right? And then into other things, like in the good old days. I remember that they have this Abaganambo or something. I can't remember all these big trucks that will come down to Lagos loaded with plantain, right? Majority of these farm produce, they are destroyed in transit. Now, if you have a chance where you know that you can go into all this production of different things, and whatever you produce is right, after supplying the local demands, you can easily get contact in other African countries. You don't need to go to Lagos. Even you in Lagos, you don't need to go to other places to import things down to Lagos. You can connect back to Eastern Nigeria where these productions are going on like mad. Now, what do you think that is? It will increase internally generated revenue that could go into building infrastructures like stable electricity, refineries. You know, when all this import lands in different part of Nigeria, they are going to be specific. For example, importation that are coming down straight to Niger Delta, they know they are not going to live just like that. They are also going to be living with what? Crude oil, other things that could be bought in high foreign exchange that could also boost local economy in that part of Nigeria, Abi, create jobs, create good lives, good environment, law and order, and all this stuff that are happening, right? Now, when the people who come from this part of, Port Harcourt, coming down to, Sapele, Warri, right? Niger, River Niger, and those areas, dredged to that could take in a real, vessel. When they are bringing anything, for example, when they are bringing in any kind of raw materials, for example, to add to the local raw materials, they are not going to be leaving the shore of Onitsha, Aba, without packing finished products like shoes, bags, sandals, clothing and all of that stuff, branded from Eastern Nigeria, earning huge forex exchange, so to say, foreign exchange. In other words, right, improving the local economy, creating jobs, giving lives to the people. And guess what? Life is much cheaper when you are actually at home until they steal it out of you. Now, think about that. Oh. Now, if that happens, right, so many of you who are Yorubas today, who are Northerners today, many of you would have been attracted to these areas. Instead of becoming marine engineer in America, you probably would have ended up as a marine engineer in the East, earning good money, good life, and at the same time, living close to your families. Something that could indeed build a community where hatred will be so rare. And these racist comments that you are witnessing already in Nigeria, they will probably be so limited. Think about that. They want to come and destroy Lagos. Your politicians have destroyed Lagos. Back in the days, have you seen the old videos of Lagos? Have you seen the old videos of Eastern Nigeria? Have you seen the old videos of Northern Nigeria? People back then, they were normal people. They behaved normally. The society, the environment reflected the type of people living there. Look at the trashy criminal you call leaders today, and look at the environment they have created. They are coming to come and destroy our place. They want to come and want to come and tell us they are coming to tell us, coming to what? Look around you and smell around you. You have young people who have resorted into crime because of our Lagos, our Yoruba land. Selling to survive in traffic. Children, you see them in traffic and all of that stuff. Is that your Lagos? There are those planning all this. And if you are as old as you are and educated as you probably claim to be, I want you to look around you. There is nobody coming to spoil anywhere. Everywhere don't spoil already. Look around you. Our Yoruba brothers, graduates, they are now Okada riders. Graduates riding Okada. What did you go and do in school then? Graduates who are supposed to be contributing and in making life even more meaningful for all of us. A stifled, ruined Nigeria, stolen opportunity, has made you to turn into a total bigot that is not thinking. Look around you. If they meant well, if these people actually mean well for Nigeria, and you imagine the opportunities they could have created, the same one that we now call greener pastures. So the same way you are going to say, but they cannot blame Tifnumbu now. They should go and blame their leaders. Their leaders who are part of Nigeria anyway. Is the same way I am going to ask you now. That they are bombarding Lagos or they are everywhere and in Nigeria and all that. You shouldn't blame them. You should blame your own crooked, visionless criminal leaders who continue to want to maintain the status quo without telling you the truth. Why? Why do they want them to be part of this? If we could all kind of be, for example, as Yorubas, we could just be the racist white that we've read about. As all of you, when they talk about racism, you don't believe that black people can be so racist as well. Come on, my friend. Black people can be, well, they can be anything, but they can never be racist. I say, well, you haven't met the real black people. You haven't met us. No, you haven't. If you want to know that blacks can be racist, in fact, are racist too, spend your time with Nigerians. Spend your time with African countries where they have more than one ethnic nationality. And guess what? There's no African country that doesn't have more than one ethnic nationality. Then you get to know better. In Nigeria, they will tell you they are not racist, but they are. And you look at you. Nigeria, the fraud in it, the lie in it is the same everywhere. It just depends on which side you know. Somebody will be, but they said before now, they said they wanted to break out of Nigeria. How come they are now shouting Obi, 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 and all of that? And I'm like, well, you didn't support them to break out of Nigeria, do you? Do you support them? Do you? You don't. Many of you you are bragging. We are going to deal with you the same thing we did to you in 1967. Will I say you never learn your lesson, Abi? If you try any nonsense, Nigeria army will deal with you. What does that mean? You don't want them to go. You don't. But the opportunities that they have stifled, if they meant well, if the reasons why they kept them was to ensure that they build a virile, prosperous, united country. You cannot build unity where intentional destruction or tribal profiling and the rest of that is the order of the day. You can't build a country like that. Stop lying to yourself. Stop believing their lies. Stop. So what I'm trying to say here is this. If Igbophobia that many of you don't really like to confess to today, and at the same time, any other phobia that you have, just know that Nigeria put you through that. And it is so wrong for you to continue to want it to be the same on your own term, which is living a lie. And I don't think that's helpful in any way. It doesn't actually make sense to tell people to leave because you think they are a threat to you. And when they ask, what is the threat? The threat that it is likely that those you worship are going to lose out in a power play in a country that is meant to be won. and it could lead to other things because they are already grooming many of them today. That's why I'm asking you all these questions. I'm trying to let you see that before you go out there and kill, because they are going to make so many of you to commit so many crimes, and you are going to think you are doing the right thing, but you are hurting yourself in helping them to keep this contraption going. Okay, but before you go out there to commit that crime, right, just know that or know the following, because we have been hearing, if you ask people to leave your land and go back to where they come from, you must mean it. And when I say mean it, you must also help in championing that severance, as in, you can help champion that by not saying it only when it's convenient. Like now, they said your 2023 charade, which campaign is going to start in the next couple of days. It is going to be tribe versus tribe. Whoever can shoot most. And as it is, even Peter Obi himself, I think he picked it up earlier, where they were saying, if Peter Obi become president of Nigeria, he's going to open up the eastern Nigeria, and they are going to open their own seaports. It's going to blah, it's going to blah. And if that should happen, automatically, maybe in another 4 years, you as a Yoruba man, you are never going to say the Igbo. Right. Somebody said something about the audio. How is the audio now? I'm glad I look it up anyway. I would probably never have seen. Can you hear me now? Thank you. Anyway, that could be done by anybody. I mean, it shouldn't just be the the fear of you don't want the Igbos to be part of family, to be in charge of Nigeria, and at the same time, you don't really want them, to be economically independent of Nigeria. Something that you as a Yoruba man should even be advocating for, the economic independence. That's something about Lagos, a $10 trillion economy. That is what the Lagos seaport could be for the entire Yoruba land. And do you know what I mean? That is easy life that could create millions of jobs from far away Ekiti, that is far from Lagos. That's the effect of that. And it is the same thing that will happen to Eastern Nigeria. If Nigeria and the owners of Nigeria really care about Nigeria, you know what they would have done? You don't need Peter Obi to do that for your one Nigeria. This time around, it's not for the Igbos, even for you who are Nigerians in Nigeria. The opportunity that it will bring to you. Imagine if they now have to allow 3 of what you have in Lagos, in the eastern part of Nigeria. Imagine what such economy is. And then you realize that now poverty, they make you hate people. Poverty will make you, right, be so angry, frustrated, and ignorance as well. Poverty is not just about money, I've told you. Poverty also has to do with mind. Many of you are poor in your mind, and your sense of reasoning have been beclouded by the poverty of the mind that you have. But think big, think larger now. Imagine if the Lagos seaport that you have, which I have been told, not just Lagos, including Ondo, including Ogun. We could actually open the similar port you have in Lagos State. We can open them in other part of Yoruba land. We can open another 2 in Yoruba land. Now imagine if they have the 3 of such in Eastern Nigeria. Imagine the development. Imagine the growth. Imagine the level of easy life. And you will realize that to hate other people and be shouting, we are Yoruba, we are Igbos, we are Hausa, we are born to rule you. All those mentality, imagine how they will evaporate from you. Imagine how easy life will be for you. If you don't understand, ask the people who have left Nigeria. They will tell you. They will tell you that with the life many of us are living, you have so limited room to hate people. Instead of hating people, sometimes you just be like, you just feel sorry for them. Do you know why? Because you have so much going on in your life. There's so much going on. There's no time in looking for who said what or when. There's no time in grouping anywhere in order for us to go and teach the enemy of the one politician a lesson. Who get time? Ask people who have lived in outside Nigeria. Then you realize that religion or no, tribe, all these things, they are things that are always going to be relevant in the heart and mind of the idle people, mostly who are poor. And that's why you have all this number in Nigeria. Look at yourselves. Look at the 8. Look at the, and then you look at the people who are not in Nigeria. I'm talking about the normal ones. I'm not talking about the lunatics who are always preaching 8 division, blood, this or that, on whatever they choose to talk about on social media. I'm talking about normal people, okay? I'm talking about people, you get to know people who are normal, not people who are like suffering from any kind of schizophrenia or who are already schizophrenic or something. The way it is, because there are many on social media. Like living outside Nigeria, you realize that there's no much room to hate. Even when we are angry, have you noticed that even when we are angry and we want to like react like the normal typical Naija, hey, go better for you, all those things. When you see the way we are talking, that when we are saying them, we just be like, this one are jebo courses, so this courses, even the effort, reach this thing, Baba. Come make I teach you how to curse. You go curse some people, they go begin to look for you and say, that curse where you curse me. You know why? Many of us would have to like relieve that frustrated life that Nigeria actually bestowed upon us, in order for us to express how disgusted we are with the system sometimes. And it's so difficult and it's so obvious. And I say, Baba, me, I don't even know how to curse anymore. I will just be like, all those ones. You can tell. But if you want to see people who have experienced Nigeria, who are living in Nigeria, who want to express that frustration in their causes, that's when you'll be like, Ikpe, mama, Ikpe, this cause is not too, poverty will make you be like that. Because there's so much anger in you. There's so much disappointment. There's so much failed promises. And here you are still standing. There's so much to loathe. There's so much there. Even if you are faking the laugh, when an opportunity presents itself as a Nigerian, you want to let the whole thing out and say, Mama Evangelist. It is so bad that when you go to churches and people are giving prayer points, they say, it's okay. You will close your eyes now and raise your eyes, and you will scream Jesus' name in 3 times. And you will tell God, all my enemies, let them go blind and start begging for food. Because he or she is poor. And she believes that this poverty is not, my enemy must be behind it. I don't know them, but I know that, you see that woman living in front of my house, she doesn't like me, she hates me. She must be the one behind my whole thing. If she's part of them, I don't even care. All my enemy behind all my own trouble in life. God, In Jesus' name, let them go blind. Let them start begging for food. Let them start wearing pampers. Let their children die. Let them have sicknesses. Let all the things. Their frustration will make you ask. Is what Nigeria does, sadly. But all of these are brought about the situation of lack, want, self-hate. Like, what have I done wrong? What did I do wrong? Why is everything so wrong? Why do I not get all the support I need? How come I couldn't really get back on my feet? How come everything is so hard? My enemy must be behind it. No. Your real enemies are the politicians. They are the ones who have stifled the opportunities. Ask your brothers and sisters who are not living in Nigeria. They no longer remember the devil anymore. They no longer remember the village people anymore. The only time they remember them is when their visa is about to expire, or whenever they get caught and they are now in deportation camp. That's when they will remember and say, I know this. I did my best. God, why would you let this happen to me? My village people are after me. When you are in trouble is when you remember. But ask those who have encountered opportunities and they have taken them outside Nigeria. When they pray now, you will start hearing them. Please close our eyes. Let us pray before we eat. Say, Father, Lord, we want to say thank you. We bless you for this food, the ability to eat. And I say, I thank God on the children. Thank God on my wife. And everything we give glory to God. Thank you, Father. And they will eat. They don't have to call any spirit. They don't have to bind. They don't have to loose. They don't have to untie. Because where they are, opportunities abound. And that is what is lacking there. I just gave you an example of what could have happened that could have reduced this hatred in you. Nigeria implanted that in you. If you're an Igbo man, look at you. If I ask you how you feel about Nigeria right now, if you want to be honest, I can tell it's not good. No, it's not good. Many of you are descendants of those who are the victims of the genocide, right? You didn't live around that time, yeah? But now, in a supposed united Nigeria, you have come to realize that you are actually reliving that experience of those killed. So you see, if I ask you, how do you feel? In all honesty, you are just going to be modest. How are you probably going to say it and say, well, I feel really terrible, but I just don't see all Nigerians as the same, even though I'm expected to see them like that. Every day they continue to want to remind us that we are not wanted. But I also want to know that there are many others who actually agree. In fact, more agreed that you could be on your own. And whatever your hatred is for Nigeria and the rest, look at others too. They have been made to hate you too. But do you know what made the hate and all this bigotry stronger? Lack of economic opportunity. You see, they are coming to come and take over. Is there anything to take over from people who have nothing? So imagine if they had created the opportunities like that. You won't be hating this much. Just like I've told some of you, sometimes when you listen to me, you don't like me, and I understand. But the only thing there is that for those who don't like Mayegu, I mean, it's not because Mayegu did anything to them. I didn't do anything to anybody. But it's because I have said things that they have found unacceptable about the people that destroyed Nigeria or destroying Nigeria right now, which they kind of respect. Do you understand that now? So people will tell you they don't like me. Why they don't, or why they want something to happen to me, or this or that, whatever. It's not because I did anything to them. It is because I have said things about the people they worship in a way. Just similar things around. Why do you not like this? Why do you not like that? But again, like I've never seen it as anything to, to really brood about. But you can save yourselves, right? If you know that, if once you know that they have no plan of making your lives better in Nigeria, creating opportunities everywhere for everyone to become whatever you want to become, and then have less time to hate other people, right? Since they don't have that plan, for you, well, it's now up to you to choose your own battle. When I said that if they don't want Nigeria to break up, there's one right thing they could do, and that is letting everyone develop according to their own choosing pace and time. Hate and all that will be gone before you can even blink, because every region has the potential of becoming the best and the greatest that could ever come out of the black race. Quote me on that. But that opportunity will make it impossible for these deluded northern elites, right, who believes that if that should happen, then automatically the northern Nigeria could go into an Islamic revolution that could see an end to their own hypocrisy too. If you don't want Nigeria to, I mean, that's something you should look into. None of the political parties, none of the candidates, Peter Obio, Atifku, Tifnumbu, none of them has presented to you any clear definition of how they are going to help you along this line to break the chain of hate. None of them has been able to explain that. Okay? I mean, something you can touch and hold. I have told you, their plan is not for that glowing, glorious Nigeria, because the glowing, glorious Nigeria, it can only happen in that your drawing book. In reality, if that should happen, Nigeria will cease. Nigeria will end in a matter of a decade. And it starts from when the parts begin to cut off by handling their own affair, dictating their own growth. That is opposite of what those who wanted to keep one Nigeria have in mind. But what do you have in mind? In 4 years' time, if you are alive, you probably are still going to blame the Yorubas. You are still going to blame the Igbos. You are still going to blame others for whatever you are probably going to be going through then. And in another 4 years, until you have no other 4 years. I don't know. I just thought you should know. Igbophobia, Yorubaphobia, Fulaniphobia, Hausaphobia, every phobia you have right now as a Nigerian that you are hiding, keeping from us, we know them. They are being covered by your hypocrisy called one Nigeria. But guess what? It is not helping. Even the veil is not covering it. And we are just like pretty much just letting you know. As long as you continue in that trajectory, you are sitting on a keg of a gunpowder, and I'm saying this now, not as a form of raising false alarm. We know where this is going to lead to. Your election is going to lead to ethnic clashes soon, religious clashes soon. Igbos are already being marked in Lagos. Your businesses and the rest of them are already being targeted. Meanwhile, the Igbos as well, who are also Lagosians, they are saying, no, they won't do it away. I mean, they won't get away with it this time around. If they dare come to attack our businesses or come to destroy anything that is ours, we will fight back. Guess what that simply means? It simply means your one Nigeria is about to explode before you. Sadly, the Igbos and Yorubas have never, ever, ever, ever clashed before. Ever. Do you know that? On record, we have had the Hausas versus the Igbos up north. We have had the Igbos versus Hausas in the east. We have had Yorubas versus Hausas in the southwest in Yoruba land. We have had the Hausas versus Fulanis in northern Nigeria. I have never heard of Yorubas versus Igbos. Now, Tifnumbu and co and gang, who contributed greatly to the backwardness of Yoruba land, and including you watching me right now, that possibly you have one thing to write on because of Tifnumbu, the tribal card, the ethnic card, and you are in bed with it because even the Igbos have said horrible, horrible things about Tifnumbu, and that breaks your heart. It makes you angry. Now they are already grooming you. You are everywhere, getting yourselves ready. Fine. But here is something I want you to remember, okay? We have never had Igbos versus Yorubas clash before, and it's about to start, okay? It is preventable if all of us realize that when you clash, you are clashing because of one Nigeria. Just have that at the back of your mind. Today, eh, we have the same right you have to say you want to be president of Nigeria. Should have been the same right for everyone from every part of Nigeria, Abi? But that is not the case. In Lagos right now, even those who were born in Lagos, who are Igbos in Lagos, they have been told to go back to where they come from. If they don't go back, then they will be attacked. Now, those ones are now saying, this is where we're born. If you come here because of politics to attack us, whatever you get back from that, you should take it. Now, they are going to tag that Igbo provocation. But I'm saying this to you right now. The politics of hatred, the politics of a tribe, the politics of ethnic division that Tifnumbu and gang have been brewing in Yoruba land is about to hit the fan. You are about to witness Igbos versus Yoruba clash, not for any other reasons, but because of Tifnumbu. Now, that could actually be the fight that will eventually catapult or be the catalyst to what will make you as a Yoruba man, that will make what you as an Igbo man finally agree that we have been living a lie for far too long. Yes, we have married ourselves. We have married into one another. We have been doing businesses together. We have been living together in peace. But with this fraudulent, fake Nigeria, with where Tifnumbu and Gaga are going to take us, right? Listen to this. It could be the last stroke that's going to break the camel's back. Okay? The intention is not to make everybody better. The intention is to start what they won't finish. And guess who is going to be the referee? The Northern Nigeria. In this case, I'm saying this to you. We know the genesis. We know what is happening. We know where this is going. But if you are a Yoruba man and you ever buy into these plots, just know that you are not doing it for the sake of Yoruba. And if you are an Igbo man today, you are also sharpening your own knife too. Whatever it's going to take, it's going to take. Have it at the back of your mind. That fight is for Nigeria, okay? And you are not doing it for Biafra. Whenever everybody now comes back to their senses, at the end of the day, we all agree it is time to end or stop living the lie. Opportunities could be created. They choose not to. You, the victims of that stifled opportunities, you are therefore carrying on your head right now like a gala, the tribal crown. You are the hero. You are the champion. You are the speaker, the most begotten, who can speak for this or for that. I want to remind you, you are not doing it for that your race or your tribe. You are doing it for the ethnic manipulators, ethnic criminals who contributed to where you are and where we are today. And when you are done, you realize that you have self-inflicted another generational destruction upon yourselves. The one you are witnessing today, there were those before you. They probably denied it or supported it. The effect of that is where we are today. Now, in 10 years' time, a decade's time, what you do now, your own children or your children's children, they would have to deal with the consequences of that. In all, Just remember this. Every fight you put up, every attack you organize, every action you be part of, and every other scheme you are part of, in the name of this your one Nigeria, you are not doing it for your own people. You are doing it for yourself. You are doing it for the greedy few that made you a bigot, that Nigeria certified. We can save ourselves all of this. I've said it many times. Let's save ourselves all of this. Let's ask those people who said they want to save Nigeria. Let them bring it on board and say, the open and say, this is how we're going to do it. Guess what? Any one of them who tried that, right? In all sincerity, is not planning to be president of Nigeria, because that person is actually advocating for save the soul, break it up, save the lives and break it up. And that is not in the book of the owners of Nigeria. So when you finish all the schemes, all the plans, just know that you are doing it for the same contraption that destroyed every humanity in you. And you are just contributing and adding to it. Whatever you do with that, sorry about that. Whatever you do with that is up to you. I wanted to take calls earlier, but I am going to put that on hold just for a moment. Sorry if the audio is like back and forth. Okay. So I am going to, open up tomorrow for what we call the People's Parliament. Okay. There's something I'm bringing up, and you could be part of that too. There will be a link to join at the studio when that popped up. So you can be part of that. It will be tomorrow, Monday. And thank you for spending your evening with me. Somebody said that it's so early. I know. Digest what I've said tonight, and I'll take calls some other time. Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Mayegun máa wí.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Mayegun Diary politico.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹ́gọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. àní ẹ̀sùn àjù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn àjù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn àjù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn àjù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn àjù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn àjù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn àjù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì
Máyégún ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Àyè
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
ha kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.